Since we started getting bigger, we started a Discord for Dcm.Works, and quite by accident, when I was scrolling through, I noticed some of our members were talking about a game they were making. Out of curiosity, I asked them what that game might be, and the answer was surprising.
It is effectively Grand Theft Auto meets The Simpsons.
It turned out it wasn't just one person either, it was a community, a group of people. Team Gay is developing a strange, esoteric, downright rude modification of the 2000s Simpsons hit-and-run video game. The mod is aggressive, weird, and honestly, extremely inaccessible. The original hit-and-run was strange to start with. It was a Grand Theft Auto-style video game set in Springfield. It was also a racer. The structure of the game was fairly simple. You'd be given a task and you have to go out into the world and achieve it to collect points, earn new vehicles, and unlock various different characters. As the game progressed, the quests got more and more ridiculous, the races got more and more extreme, and the vehicles became less diegetic. This is the original game. This is Team Gay's mod. It's a nightmare of colour, pixels, tricks, and references, to the point where it wasn't until much later on that I realised the sky is made of Peter Griffin. Playing through the game is a genuine challenge, not just because of how strange the textures are to look at, but most of the time because of how deliberately broken Team Gay have made the video game. Rather than just breaking the game for the sake of it, there's an effort put into this mod. A deliberateness. Each joke or gag or twist is clearly intentional and meant to evoke something. The more I played it and completed the levels that had been released, the more I realized how much care had gone into creating this. And it left me wondering why. The team behind it can't sell it. Fox obviously owns the rights to The Simpsons, and the studio that released the game is since defunct. Not to mention the mod requires you to own a copy of Simpsons Hit and Run on PC, a game which you can't actually buy online anywhere. You need to either find a physical copy or find a way to acquire it otherwise. So if you do happen to track down a physical copy of the game on CD, then you'll have to install the mod loader, then you'll have to grab the files and go through the tricky business of actually activating the mod. To actually play the game, there are so many steps involved, but when you do, it's strange, esoteric, and a little unsettling.
Hey! I'm endorsing a new cola, kids! And this one isn't poisonous to anybody!
That we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters. Plus, it has a special ingredient, too hot for the FDA.
The game is a strange, postmodern take on humor, to the point where some jokes are anti-jokes within anti-jokes, and a lot of it I can't even pass just due to lack of cultural knowledge. I was beyond curious about the people behind the project, so I finally sat down with Team Gay to discuss just where this game came from. More than anything, I was curious what motivated a group of people to make something that most people won't be able to access, most people won't want to play, and that they can't make any money from. Why do this at all?
Well, hi, I'm Emma. I make everything worse, because that's my specialty. My role for the mod was basically retexturing everything. I handled all of the assets, not all of them, but most of them. My process of making them came down to, if I found a really stupid file hidden away in my computer, I'd put it in there and make it worse with my editing skill.
Hi, I'm the director and sort of general overseer at Team Gay Games and for the mod. I did certain assets, but most of them were done by Emma because she's a bit better at doing that than I am. I also did some coding. I worked with all the credits and things. I made the box art for the game because you can actually download it and burn it to a disk and print out this box art, put on a physical copy. Emma's director of quality and I'm the general director.
How the goddamn hell did this all start?
It started way, way back.
Early July, I'd say.
But before that, even like my love for the game and a neighbor of ours gave me a GameCube and a copy of the game because they didn't want it anymore. Their kids had grown up, and I was like, 10 or something. And that was one of my favorite games on there. It was the only one I had for a while until I got Need for Speed, but it was a really fun game. A while back, I got my own PC, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get the PC version. I'm going to see what I can do. And so I found some modding tools, and I was messing around for a bit here. A couple years ago, that was. And then I sort of just stopped and did other things. And then back in June of this year, or July, sorry, Em and I got together and decided to start a mod for this game. I was like, hey, I have these modding tools, right? This is a good game, you should play it. And let's fuck shit up,
I had no experience with the game until then. I knew nothing about it except like the first 5 minutes, maybe.
Amazing. And then what was that? How did that pitch go? Like, how were you roped in to start with?
that's I have no idea. I think how it went was just like one night we were talking, and she's like, "Do you want to do this thing for fun?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it."
And then didn't stop doing it.
And from there we actually...
Unfortunately, no, we did not stop.
Yeah. The rest of the team, they sort of helped for the first month or so, but it's around a 3.5-month project when you put it all together. They had other things to do, it's understandable. Chris wasn't really trying, but, that's okay.
The effort was there, and that's the important part.
Yeah. They're all in the credits, so, you can see them there. You got Tiffany and Nora and etc. It's pretty cool.
You go from, so you're at that like 2-month-ish or like 1.5-month-ish mark where it's now kind of, you're at the point where, okay, you've realized that it's pretty much just you guys who are going to get it over the line. What's the motivation to not stop making this super weird thing that, do you know, like,
my motivation, because I was doing most of this stuff at the time, I guess my motivation is Ruby wanted to get it out, and I didn't want to disappoint her, so I just kept pushing forward.
Agree with that, and also the, it's like, we started it, we might as well finish it,
Yeah, because otherwise all of it would have gone to waste.
Yeah.
You guys get from that point where you go, fuck it, we're just going to finish it, to now that it's done. What, during that period, was like the hardest part of that, or what was the biggest challenge for you guys?
The biggest challenge for me was trying to think of new and interesting things that I could replace all the assets with, especially after, at one point, I went back to all the stuff that was previously done and went back over it because everything before it was worse than the bad that we were shooting for.
What do you mean by that, worse than the bad you were shooting for?
They were like just really lazy, low effort assets and like done in 2 seconds in Microsoft Paint. I at least take a full 30 seconds on mine. Okay.
Yeah, it felt more like a shitpost than like a deliberate thing that was bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah, because that's what it was at the time. It kind of just looked bad in general instead of being a very obvious shitpost.
I think that was the big vibe that I got, is I could tell, this is going to be a really weird sentence, but I could tell there was a lot of effort you guys put into making it feel bad, but like in a deliberate way. I think I've played other mods that like fuck up video games where they try and just be like shit for the sake of like just being a shitpost. And obviously this game is a very complex shitpost, but like low effort, just, we booted it up and we did it in like a day. This felt like, and there was a point where I think it was after it was when I lost the race and failed the mission with Skinner in that first mission because I thought I was taking a turn, but I think I was driving into like a texture or something. Like I got really confused because the game was like a deliberate nightmare. And that was when I went. That was when I went, oh, I get it now. Like that was when it clicked for me. I was like, I actually understand what I'm doing. This is trying to achieve something. It's not just a shitpost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bar that we had, because there were a lot of bugs at the beginning, the bar that we had was that it needed to be playable. You need to be able to get through everything in the game and not just like break everything and you can't do anything because then it wouldn't be fun.
Mm-hmm. And some of the sort of missions were broken at the time for no real reason. And so instead of fixing them properly, I fixed them in the most jank way possible. So when I load up missions 1, 2, 3, I think 4, and 6, it will put the car in a different place than it's supposed to be, or it'll crash like it just did.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And I sent you a more recent version of the game, which were a few updates I put in. So it's a little sneak peek of what we're going to be working on next. We're going to be trying to completely finish level 1 because we have like the main outer areas finished. But like now we want to take everything that's in level 1 and destroy that too. So I did like some of the cards. We made the cars horrible to drive intentionally, of course. Did you try the RC car yet?
I haven't yet. Is that a must do?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's on my bucket list then. I have like a handful of things I wanna definitely do for. Which is what's next? Is it more mod? What's kind of on the horizon for you guys?
So we're kind of originally we were just going to do everything, but after we found out how long that would take, because when we started, I think we were a bit more optimistic about the time frame we could get this done in. But after just seeing how long simply this took, we realized that we were going to have to cut corners somewhere. So we basically decided to create a theme for every level. We have the first 3 ones planned out. No idea what we're going to do for the last 2. And we're also going to end the game after level 5 because we have this overarching storyline that Bart dies, and that's just it. Bart's dead. The best thing we've learned from this is that the people who made this game are about as qualified as us to make a game.
Yeah, everything I've read about this game is that they've basically just it's all basically held together with like silly string and duct tape. Like the game's fucked.
Yeah,
That is accurate representation. Yeah.
I'm really excited to see the product where you've got the voice acting in and it's a tight package because that sounds incredible.
We also have this like subplot where Marge is an evil entity. So that's gonna play into it a lot.
Do you guys have any designs on like after you finish this of making like an actual game that isn't a mod, or this is just
maybe
something like that might develop in the future, but for now it's just a fun project to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and achieve something. I think that was something that stuck out to me when you guys were talking before. It's like we may as well finish it and have something that we've done that we can point to and be like, hey, that was pretty even though it's a very complicated shitpost, it's evolving into something that is a thing by itself.
We wanted to at least be able to put it out there, have people see the work we put into it, even if they look at it and they say, the fuck is going on?
And most shitposts or whatever, you're not really learning anything, but we're like legitimately learning how to develop, things for this game, which means in the future we want to make like a high-res mod or texture pack or something to make the game legitimately better, or maybe modify the missions to make them more difficult for advanced players or something. There's all stuff we can do because we've learned it through this intentional, relatively well-made shitpost, which is pretty exciting. One thing, if anyone wants to join the team, we need people.
Yeah, it's just us two right now.
Yeah, because we gotta do the Calamity update, which will need voice actors, artists, which is what we're called in the credits. It's great.
I wouldn't call it
and
art.
etc.
Asset designer is a more accurate term.
Yeah. With version 1.1, we're gonna have all of level 1 100% complete, because right now it's like all the textures are done, but cars aren't done, cards aren't done.
Yeah, what's the best place for people to like get in touch with you if they are interested in helping them?
Yeah, if they tweet at us or DM our Twitter, which is currently at Team Gay Games. It might change, I don't know. We could also maybe give you a link to our project Discord server.
Yeah, I'll put all those in the description. Sounds good to me. It's been a genuine pleasure getting into the heads of you guys for how you made this video game. And like, first of all, thank you for sharing, and then second of all, like, how dare you make this? I have to live with this forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is in my brain now. So.
Hey, we saw it, and now everyone else has to too.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? I've seen this horrific thing. You're all welcome. Now you have to also have it. I love it. All right, guys. I appreciate the hell out of you taking the time. I'll keep in touch as I go forward, and then, yeah, depending on how successful this ends up being, if you guys get it finished, then we can do another kind of. I didn't realize he was in the sky. I didn't realize Peter Griffin's face was in the fucking skybox. What the fuck?
You should have looked.
It seems for now, Ruby and Emma will continue to pick away at their nightmare version of Springfield, and you can help them out. We'll put some links in the show notes for how you can get in touch with Team Gay if you'd like to contribute. I'm keenly interested to see where this mod ends up, and hopefully in a few months we'll check in with Ruby and Emma again, just to see the progress they've made. Thanks for watching this one, guys. We're trying to do more content like this about artists that we interact with and that we love, and the only way we can do that is through your support via Patreon. You can find us at patreon.com/DCM.Works. There you can access full interviews with Ruby and Emma and a heap of additional content. You get access to an extra 20 minutes of our podcast, Art for Artists, and all kinds of behind the scenes and early access. So if you do that, we appreciate the hell out of you. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, maybe send it to a friend you think would enjoy it. And let us know in the comments what the weirdest mod is you've played. Thanks for watching, guys.